What is up, y'all? Welcome on into another video here in the channel. Today we are going to react to something that a lot of people have already watched, but I haven't, because I don't know why. I've just been busy with other stuff and I completely forgot to watch this live and to watch the video itself, I guess. So yeah, I've recently been getting onto the Call of Duty hype train again, especially because I just casted the esports world, how is it called? Esports World Cup Modern Warfare 3 finals. For those of you that don't know, I'm an esports caster. So yeah, I did it in Portuguese, so most of you won't understand, but I did that, so it got me on the hype train again for Call of Duty. So just to let you guys know, this video is going to be a little bit long because we are going to react to the gameplay reveal trailer and then to the Black Ops 6 direct, the one that was like in the Xbox something. I think it was in the Xbox showcase or something. I don't know if it had like a proper solo event or not, but yeah, we're gonna react to those two. So the first part of the video is gonna be the gameplay reveal trailer, and then the other part is gonna be for the Black Ops 6 Direct, which is a little bit longer. So just to let you guys know. So without further ado, let's get on to the reaction. Alright, let's watch this.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more. Despite a potential for instability and chaos, these events clearly serve our national interest. Free from the specter of global conflict.
Global conflict, baby.
Today we celebrate the mystery of American renewal.
Something's going on.
By the way, mind you, I'm European, and actually I'm Portuguese, so some of these images, I know they're like from US candidates and some from US presidents. I don't know most of these. So yeah, I'm really just watching the trailer and just I just want to see what Black Ops 6 is going to be all about. World conflict, baby.
Something big.
Something big, that's for sure.
I figured if I stuck around hell long enough, I'd see the devil.
How's he look?
That's Adler, right? Did I get the name right?
He's compromised. We're being hunted from the inside.
Oh.
You don't have to trust me, Marshal, but it might be better if you do.
Hey, it's something you should see.
What the hell?
That's
are we
Woods,
getting
right?
into? Don't trust anyone.
You broke into a CIA black site.
Whoa.
Are you out of your mind?
Things got complicated.
Ooh, I remember seeing this. That is so badass.
Continue to
Damn.
bless the United States of America.
Yes, sir.
Pre-order the Vault Edition and get the Hunters vs. Hunted Operator Pack, the Mastercraft Weapon Collection, the Season 1 Black Cell Bundle, and more.
So I just went to check this out because I was like, the gameplay trailer is insane, by the way. There's so much information and many information that I'm not even gonna pick up. Just because, like, so I'm a little bit of a campaign geek in what comes to Call of Duty. I used to play like all of the old Call of Duties up until Black Ops, or actually not even Black Ops. I played Black Ops 1 like super late, but the last one that I played when I was a kid, I played Modern Warfare 3 2009, the first one that came out, not the one that is active right now, but the first one that came out. I played it. That was the last campaign that I played, because after I played Black Ops, but like it was super late. The series had already kicked off like a few years back, but I never really got into it. For some reason, I always prefer the Modern Warfare ones. And like, we get a lot of information, and I actually googled this because I was actually really curious if this one was like a prequel or a sequel to Black Ops Cold War. And mind you, I'm really bad with dates, especially dates. Like I'm bad with dates and names, but especially dates. This one happens in 91, and I didn't really exactly know where the Cold War happened. I just googled and it was around the 80s. So this is a sequel, which is crazy because if we remember the end of Black Ops Cold War, we know how it ended. So like, how is it gonna happen? Are we gonna play in the role of like an existing character? Is it gonna be the same essence? Are we gonna build a team around it? Are we gonna have choices? There's so many questions, you know? Like, Adler's still alive, Adler's still kicking, Woods is still kicking as well. We saw him in a wheelchair. We saw that other guy that I don't remember the name. It is what it is, I'm bad with names. But overall, I am super hyped. And if you are super hyped, by the way, before we go to the Black Ops 6 Direct, make sure to leave a like and to subscribe to the channel as well if you enjoy Call of Duty content, because I'm going to be launching a lot more Call of Duty Black Ops content within the next few months, because whenever the game launches, we are going to start kicking it in this channel as well. I'm super hyped for Black Ops 6 after this trailer. I haven't watched anything, and during the broadcast, the esports broadcast that I did, a lot of people were teasing me like, have you watched the Black Ops 6 stuff? Have you watched the zombies? Have you watched anything about like the new movement mechanic? And I was like, no dude, I've been absent because like I mainly cast Counter-Strike, but I do Call of Duty too, and I'm a huge Call of Duty lover. But I've been absent because I've been doing Counter-Strike stuff, so I've been more focused on Counter-Strike. And I didn't watch the trailers, I didn't watch nothing. So when people told me about the Omni movement, I think that's what it's called, where like you could jump to the sides and shoot to the other, I was like, what? They're gonna incorporate Max Payne movement into Call of Duty? That's insane! That's gonna change the whole dynamic of the gameplay. And yeah, I've been super excited since then, so I'm just now getting to see these trailers, so you're really getting the full reaction, and I wanted to share that with you because I love Call of Duty, and this is getting me even more hyped. So if you guys are hyped too, please leave a comment. I want to know what you guys are more hyped about till now. Now we're gonna move on to the Black Ops 6 Direct. This one's a little bit longer, 24 minutes and 20 seconds, so I might have to do a little bit of like more cuts here and there, so just don't think it's strange if I do a lot of cuts, because especially because my water is running out, so I might have to go get some water. Yeah, let's go. So this is the Direct. This was like live streamed, so I'm assuming they gave a lot of insights about like movement stuff and zombies as well. I was never ooh. Jesus. I was never a huge zombies player. I was more multiplayer and Call of Duty what? Multiplayer and campaign player. But I heard that they're going back to the old zombies as well, so I'm hyped about that as well. I really liked zombies in Modern Warfare 3.
And thanks for joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game. I've been working here for over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
I'm hyped to see it. Speaking of which, this game is made by Treyarch. How many games has Treyarch made? Have they been responsible for all of the Black Ops series? Because I know that there are a few companies that work in specific Call of Duty games, like Activision did the early Modern Warfare ones. I think they now changed, and it's another company now. There's like Infinity Ward 2. Like I never know which companies are behind which games. I know that the Treyarch games are the ones that the community most loves, I think. But I might be wrong here, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comments and let me know which ones has Treyarch been in front of. I'm probably gonna Google after this game has launched, or after I'm done record this. Yeah, let me know.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s.
Yeah.
In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government.
Okay.
Branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Wait, stop everything. Are you telling me Wait, I just got chills thinking of this. I remember the Black Ops Cold War story very, like, mostly, not mostly, but like very vividly in my brain for the most part, at least. And I remember that there was a lot of conspiracy. There's always a lot of conspiracy behind the Black Ops titles, sure, but like Black Ops, in Black Ops there was a lot of, in Black Ops Cold War there was a lot of conspiracy behind like government stuff and like trying to break the machine and all that. I wonder, like, are we gonna take the same task force from Black Ops Cold War and actually go after the government in the early 90s? Mind you, this is just me speculating, but what if? What if?
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system.
Ah, there we go.
A new way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Later today. Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever, and you can
Yes,
be sure
sir.
it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
Okay, I'm hyped for this. Give me all of the info.
No turning back now.
Is this the sneak peek behind the mission? Because I know they gave a sneak peek behind one of the
Every
missions.
Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after.
Yeah, as they
We're
should.
bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We're giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
Loud and banging, that's the way.
The game is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And
Yeah.
It was all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government, reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which
Ooh.
has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
Ooh.
Something you should see.
It's so cool to see like all of these tiny things leading back to Black Ops 2, for example, in 86, where like something that happens in Black Ops 6, or it's gonna happen in Black Ops 6, is tied up with something that happened like in 2011 or something, whenever Black Ops 2 came out, and in the era of 86, in a single flashback, you know, like it's very cool to see these tiny little moments interconnecting the two games from a single franchise, right? Like the franchise is Call of Duty, but this is a branch, right? Black Ops. It's a whole line of story, and it's so cool to see them interconnecting this stuff with the older games. That is pretty cool.
Black Ops 6 blends the rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold
There
new
we go.
characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story. In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as
I'm
he
assuming
adjusts
that's Black
to a new
Ops
role
3?
within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass.
Black Ops
Marshall
Cold
and
War,
Woods
right?
are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue.
Oh.
They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on.
Okay,
Without
that makes
any
it
of
a
the
little
usual
bit more
resources,
interesting.
They have to build their own team, recruiting two exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Savati Dumas, a mysterious assassin. With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months, a former ally may have become a new enemy.
I'm sorry, I heard it. You guys heard it too. A former ally might become a new enemy. Oh wait, it just hit me. Wait, I was here thinking, it just hit me. Because, by the way, if you guys never played Cold War, skip this next like 10 seconds or something. But if you guys have played Cold War, you know what happened in the end. Like, Adler, when Adler kills us, nobody else is around, so nobody else knows that Adler killed one of his own. Wait. No, but like, Cold War has different endings. I think I only did one. Holy smokes, this is what Black Ops does to my head. Like, I'm already frying my brain. Because Black Ops has multiple endings. One where it's considered the bad ending, where you join forces with a Russian. And one that's a good one. Okay, guys, correct me in the comments. Like, I've played Cold War like 2 years ago or something. Or more. But like... So, in the bad ending, we get to live, but we join the Russians, right? And in the considered good ending, we don't join forces with the Russian. We stay with the US, with our US allies. But Adler kills us, right? Oh yeah, that's why they're saying it's like a former ally, because like on the good ending we stay with him and Adler kills us. But they don't know. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. My brain is just going everywhere. This is what Black Ops does to me. I can't play Black Ops. I love conspiracy theory way too much. I think this game I'd be the one to... I think this game might be the one to help hit the itch in my brain. Where like, conspiracy theory, Black Ops 6, Black Ops 6.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we
Please tell
prioritized
me it's
mission
good.
variety and unique
Please tell me it's good.
Our goal was to offer players a wide
Linear.
variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino.
Ooh.
We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
See, so I liked the way they did the level design in Black Ops Cold War, where like you had multiple ways of reaching the end goal of your mission. Like, for example, I remember one very vividly, the one in the consulate where you are able to like bypass multiple guards, but like you have different ways of achieving the end goal of the mission. That is great. Mind you, I didn't play the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 campaign because I watched a little bit of it through the Noisy Butters campaign gameplay. And I didn't like it. I might be wrong here, but I'm pretty sure like it was more of a DMV story-driven mode than a full-fledged campaign, I guess. Or a fully done campaign. And I actually didn't like that, like the whole DMZ type of thing where you can navigate like through a semi-open level, open world level where you can discover multiple things and like you have to go around the full world to get to your end goal. And it's like, it's not linear. I'm very used to Call of Duty missions being linear, and that's the type of missions that I like, to be honest. And I think that's the type of missions that most of the fan base actually likes, like the more linear type. And I know a lot of people actually didn't like the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 campaign because of that aspect too, but because of other stuff as well. So I hope they actually fix that in this game and they don't go for like the DMZ type of missions. Like they say that you can speak with multiple characters, you can have different approaches, you can replay the levels to discover stuff that you haven't found before. But I hope they go the Cold War way. like the Cold War way, you have multiple ways of completing a mission too. You had side missions within main missions, but it was very linear. It gave you a little bit of exploration, but it was very linear, you know? If you guys played Cold War, you guys know what I'm talking about. And that was really good. That was really like, they made the mission linear, but way more interesting in my opinion. And I hope they do that here as well, because if they go with a DMZ type of approach, I don't know, man. I don't know. Might be a flop. Let's not think too much about it right now. Let's see if they uncover more about the campaign and how it's gonna play later on in this direct or even in another video, which may lead to another reaction of mine. But you know, it is what it is. You know. Let's keep going. That's a powerful shock. Ooh! Did you see that guy fly? Did you see that guy go flying across the room?
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy
sweet
types
mother
in
of
the campaign.
Jesus.
The goal was to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach.
Line them up right, you can take them both down with one shot. Nice and quiet.
Stealth in Call of Duty titles is always amazing.
How our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet. We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective.
Okay.
One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Look alive, people! They know we're coming!
I'm not gonna judge this. I'm not gonna judge it.
Some of our destinations have a
I
startling
wanna see more.
contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe.
This mission is gonna be
Unlike
insane.
any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe.
RC.
Tranquilizer Trap, Adrenaline Stem, Homing Knife, Disruptor,
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called
Okay.
the Safe House. You
Okay.
might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War.
Yes, we
This
did.
time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So, it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside.
I like that.
What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the Safe House and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past.
I hope we get a lot
The
of
team is
Easter eggs in the
also
house.
bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the Safe House experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions, and analyze evidence collected throughout missions.
Yes, sir. Oh.
Okay, the attacker comes in. I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh.
That was sick.
It was.
I think we got it.
With Black Ops 6,
Okay, here we go with the
our goal is
movements.
to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode. We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. Movement has been a consistent area of focus and innovation for Call of Duty. And
That
with
is
Black
so
Ops 6,
sick.
we're redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely new global
what?
system we call Omni Movement.
Oh, I didn't know this.
This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers like slide, dive, and our enhanced supine prone in full 360 degrees range of motion.
Oh, wow.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this thing, why? And then
yeah, that's true.
People actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you could slide in any direction, which then led to all the on-the-ground movement and everything else chaining together.
Which is funny because I'm pretty sure, like, from what I saw on Twitter and stuff, like, a lot of people are really welcoming the Omni movement type of movement. But I'm pretty sure that once people get their hands on the closed beta, or open beta, I don't know which one it is, but I think it's a week from now or something. Like, it starts on the 30th, at the end of the month. But I'm pretty sure that people are gonna feel very strange about it because it really just changes the whole way of how you play the game. Like before, people always did this, like the devs are saying, instead of sprinting left and right, you would strafe left and right while shooting. Instead of jumping backwards, you would like drop shot, I guess. Drop shot is like the most lookalike to like jumping backwards. But yeah, like once you figure out like people would strafe left and right, why not do this while running? It's like the devs say, like it opens up a whole menu of movement options, and I'm glad that they're actually exploring this. I feel like Black Ops 6 is actually going to be a game where even the most seasoned players are going to have to just adapt and to actually feel like, okay, we're a baby now. We have to actually relearn every single thing about movement in a Call of Duty franchise game. For casuals, that's going to be good because everybody's going to be in the same level of play pretty much. That's me. I'm the casual. But yeah, that's gonna be very interesting. I'm looking forward to try this out on the beta starting at the end of this month. I'm very much looking forward to this. It's very interesting. Let's keep watching more because I want to see if they talk more about this mechanic. Oh! Wait, you can 360 in the air? That's insane!
It's really something that changes how you think and play the game.
Yeah.
Whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back.
Now, there's the big question though. Is slide cancel still a thing? Because everybody's still gonna want slide cancel. Sorry, just joking around about that. Just joking around about slide cancel, because if you're gonna have all of this movement, why not have slide cancel too, right?
We also have what we're calling intelligent movement, which is a set of features that drastically reduces how many buttons or keys you're pressing to perform various movements. These can be enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist.
This is pretty good.
Each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this idea that we want all players to focus on what they want to do and not how to do it. We want every player, regardless of skill level or input or experience with Call of Duty, to be able to engage with Omni movement and live out their own action hero fantasy in Black Ops 6.
Yeah. Include everyone. That's pretty good. It's pretty nice of them.
Like racing games, where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking. And we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options.
I love this.
I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup.
Fidelity.
Regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit. So
Okay, that's pretty good.
is this concept that players' movement and reactions
I like
are
that.
connected to the world based on their choices. A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We are constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Take cover!
Our art team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives. For our faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life.
Wow.
We made
Insane.
sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and
The
running through
details.
situations that they're in.
The little details almost no one
Paying attention to every detail.
looks at. Exactly. And you're doing an amazing job.
The thing that I'm most excited about is the number of new weapons from the era that we've added, which includes many that are brand new to the franchise. Our
Really?
heroes are rogue operatives, and they operate outside the normal playbook. That means they're procuring gear by any means necessary.
Yeah.
And it allowed us to pull a unique mix of weapons. We made sure
I'm
to
curious
deliver
about
dozens
this.
of unique attachments for every gun, and this allows the players to create a weapon to match any playstyle that you can imagine, all while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
Yeah, so this is something that I actually wanted to talk about because, like, in the most recent entries to the Call of Duty franchise, especially Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, we have such a huge variety of attachments. It's actually overwhelming. It feels overwhelming, at least for me. Like, I don't use any of those mostly. Like, I just Google what's the best, I don't know, MTZ 555 build, and I just put whatever attachments it says on there, or I look at guides or whatever. Because, like, it's just overwhelming the amount of attachments that there are. I get that they're trying to give us the freedom to actually build the gun the way we want and the way we want it to feel, to actually be custom to any and all playstyles. But at the same time, I kind of miss the way it played in the old games, where you would actually just pick a gun and there would be, like, I don't know, 10 attachments at most. That was so much easier and so much more enjoyable. So the director was saying that there was a large variety of attachments available to customize again the weapons to our own builds. But I really hope that, like, don't get me wrong, it's still really good to have the weapons and to have, like, all the attachments at hand for us to choose. But I really hope that they go back and make it just like it was, for example, in Cold War. In Cold War, it was way simpler. Like, for example, and I remember in Modern Warfare 2, it started with the family tree type of, like, unlocking attachments and guns and all that. And on Modern Warfare 3, they even went beyond, and they doubled down, and they actually made something that really upset a lot of people, where you would actually have to choose which attachment you wanted to progress towards, and then you had to do, like, daily missions to unlock the green attachments, and you had to, like, level up a certain gun to unlock another type of gun. It was just very confusing to, like, most of the players, or at least for me. Like, I can only talk about myself, but from what I saw online, it was confusing to a lot of players. So I really hope they tune that down a little bit and actually simplify the process, because I feel like you can have a lot of customizable weapons, but not make it overly complicated, I guess. And I hope they actually tune that down and make it more enjoyable, because, man, people are just lost out here with all the attachments. I don't know, just make it simple. Just make it more simple to actually look at and to choose attachments. It's just what everybody's asking for, you know? I'm really curious about the new guns,
In
though.
Black Ops 6, we really strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then riff off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
The HUD.
The Black Ops 6 user experience is all about focusing players on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD
A lot of
combines
Black
some of the
Ops
best
influence.
designs in a clean,
Cold
streamlined
War, my
experience.
bad. Cold War
For the
influence.
first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs.
Oh.
For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup, or maybe
That's
you
pretty
want your
cool.
HUD centered so you don't have to look away.
Oh.
Want to play hardcore anywhere, or finally put the minimap in the bottom left? Those are options as well.
I like that.
Not only does the HUD give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome.
The user
As players
interface
crack
is
that
so
elusive
important
challenge or
in
target their
nowadays,
next level
especially.
unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back, where player
look at that
progress and
menu.
achievement are celebrated in a big way.
Oh, did you guys see that menu?
Celebrated in a big way.
Yo, that looks really good. Look at that multiplayer menu. I don't know if that's the final thing, but look at that menu. I like that. And I like the fact that you can customize all of this. It's very important nowadays. I usually don't do this, but I know a lot of people that actually do this. Very important. They're really going all out. I like this. Full of surprises. Progression. There we
Early
go.
on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops catalog, there's a lot of love, both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community, for how we used to handle prestige.
Oh, I heard about this.
Traditional prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6. We've pulled the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey again. Black Ops 6 will have
that's so
10
nice.
prestiges, each with a valuable set of rewards to earn and equip to peacock your status. Players who make it
Let's
through Prestige
go.
10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through.
Holy
and a classified
macaroni.
reward to uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end. The full Prestige system is available on day one in Black Ops 6.
Wow. Nice. A lot of people were asking for this. Nice. They're going old school in this. Good for them. Good for us too.
We know how many of our players look forward to multiplayer, and we will be providing a deep dive on it later in the year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Our vision since day one has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We
Are these
focused
the
on
official
supporting
maps?
3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move.
Okay.
Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team.
Okay.
All of our weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these play styles. And of course,
wait.
it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6.
What is theater
Now I
mode?
said we're only getting a taste of MP today.
Wait,
but
is
of
theater
course that
mode like a
means you're gonna
replay
get some
system?
Early details on maps.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. We've got 12
New
4
maps.
6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2.
Okay.
What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium size, like better for hardcore pacing
Nice.
to keep the action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place after the campaign, after you finish it. So don't want to get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
Oh, okay, so every map is like a post-campaign... is in the post-campaign state.
But couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Okay. Oh, yeah, zombies, of course. Can't forget about zombies. Is this gonna be the year where I actually deep dive into zombies? Who knows? I find a squad. Zombies going back. I heard that they're going old school
Round-based
again.
Zombies is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left it. We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also be coming to zombies. Plus, there are many additional zombie-specific features, both new and returning. This is going to be a truly epic return for round-based zombies. Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
Steph interviewed AB. Mark?
I can't really say a lot about zombies.
A little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th.
Oh,
Make
3
sure to
days
stay
from
tuned
now.
for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6 so you can be prepped and ready to jump into our MP beta and feel Omni movement for yourself. We'll be sharing so much more about Black Ops 6 in the coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch. And it's not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about. Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No.
Yes, you are. Talk about Warzone. Come on.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems, and content plans, and repeatedly asked how something could be better. In some cases, that led us to huge innovations like Omni Movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move.
Yeah.
In other cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige, then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP game loop will be improved and better than ever, from movement to shooting, to footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies. There is so much more to share across all 3 game modes before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team, we can't wait for you to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
I can't wait myself to play it, really. October 25th, 3 months from now. This is the Vault Edition stuff again. Anything new? Anything post-credits? No? I don't think so. So what did you guys think about the gameplay reveal trailer in the Black Ops 6 Direct? I personally loved it. I love everything about Call of Duty, and I love, like, I've been giving you guys some insights about what I'm thinking throughout the video when I stop and, like, actually talk with you guys. But I really love that they went all out and they actually listened to the community in some aspects, especially the zombies part and the prestige part. I love that they actually listened to the community and they actually went back and went old school and even fine-tuned a little bit. this feels like an amazing title to get towards the end of the year, and it feels like another amazing entry in the Call of Duty franchise, and I'm super hyped to play it. And we saw the director actually saying as well, like, the team deconstructed everything, and they were like, how can we go beyond? How can we make it, like, take everything that's hype and take everything that's epic already and make it better? Because, like, let's be honest, you get to a point where you have such an epic game in front of you, and then, or like a full franchise of epic games behind you, and you're like, okay, like, how can I make it better? How can I make it more epic? Like, of course you have to listen to the community, but at some point I assume you reach like a ceiling, right? You're like, I cannot make this more epic than it already is. But there's always that guy that comes out and like, hold my cup. What if? And then boom. Yeah, what's your thoughts about Black Ops 6 so far? What do you think? Are you hyped about the game? Do you think it's just going to be another entry that's going to die after a few months, like everyone says, like the Call of Duty dies after a few months, even though I don't think that's true because I enjoy playing it all year long. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I am really damn hyped for this game. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.